Good morning. Look at me, I'm in a truck. So here we go. Oh man, I feel a lot better. For one, I'm done with all the traveling across the country by Greyhound and sitting in an orientation class and all that, but for the first time in a long time, I'm in a truck where I'm not responsible for the bills. How you like that? Oh man, that feels nice. I'm excited. So I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do with myself. You know what I did yesterday? I did something crazy yesterday. I got fuel and I didn't look at the price. No, not at all. I didn't look at the price even a little bit. So man, I'm just waking up right now, getting ready to go. We got about 4 hours to go to Wichita, Kansas. They gave me a little short load so I could make a little money this week. So that's good. I should see the orientation pay, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't remember. And it was about a 400-mile load by the time we're done. 3, 4, somewhere in that range. And then the reimbursements for travel. I'll see all that next week, and I will owe nobody nothing. I'll get to keep all my money. That's crazy, right? I'm excited. So now it feels different. I'm fairly confident in saying that I did screw up for the last couple years. I went the wrong way, and I wanted to be a business owner. I'm not a business owner, guys. Not even a little bit. I suck at things like that. So I think for the time being anyways, I'll stick to kicking out some videos as we go down the road and be a company driver and just be content and happy to do that. Really, in the long term, being a business owner, air quotes, I was only going to get myself in trouble. I'm really bad at keeping track of paperwork and filing taxes on time and things like that. So not this year, not the end of this year, but well, I was gonna say next year. I might be able to actually use TurboTax again to file taxes. How cool would that be? So anyways, I'm getting ready to do a little pre-trip. So oh, that truck that just left, I thought there was something wrong with my truck. That thing just started and it smells terrible. I was like, what's happening? It must be that old truck that just left, though. Anyways, so a little bit about what's going on, I guess. They gave me a Volvo, which I've never driven before. I need to get comfortable with the layout, but overall, I think it's an impressive truck. Now, this one has not been used very nicely by whoever had it before, so it's been a little bit mistreated as far as things on the interior. Like this front curtain is just all ripped out, so I have to use the I always call it the middle curtain, but the curtain behind your seats, which I don't really like, but it's not as bad as most trucks where you feel really cramped in there. But I can always get something to cover this out here if I wanted to. But it's just ripped out, and there's a few minor things like that around the truck, but overall it's super impressive. It's first time driving a Volvo, and I really enjoy it. It's got a heated seat. It's got it's not like a back massager, but it's called a back cycler, where it kind of just keeps your back moving all day, I guess. I'm not really sure the thought process on that. But I don't like leather seats. That's how you get swamp ass right there. So I don't like leather seats, but it has leather seats. Not a huge fan of that, but overall though, the idea of the truck is super impressive. You guys ever heard the stereo system in a Volvo? And this one anyways, it's good. It's really good compared to anything else I've ever driven. It sounds great. Sounds amazing. But just kind of getting used to it, getting used to everything. My job is to drive the truck safely and be where I'm going on time. That's it. That's my whole job. And outside of that, at the end of the day, I can just go to sleep. By the time I finish this load, everything I've done this week, which is just the one load orientation and those reimbursements, like we discussed earlier, I get to keep all of it. And I'm super excited about that. Now, my next load, they said, I haven't seen it yet, but they said is going to Georgia. If you guys remember, I was like, so yeah, I'm going to run mostly just the not western half of the country, but it was like from Illinois west, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's gonna be just fine. But I talked to him and I said, I'm not like strict on this, like if I cross this line I quit, you know. I said I'll run out east, I just don't want to live out there, you know. I don't want to do all that. Yeah, it looks like my second load, according to what they said yesterday, is out to Georgia, which is fine, because it should start next week off really strong for me. And I'm not gonna complain about it. It was probably more of like, hey, you just started and these are the loads we got right now to get you going and get you out there and earning some money. Can't be mad about that. Can't be mad about that. So I'll take it. I'm excited, guys. I am. It's like a weight has been lifted. It's a different way to truck, man, where somebody else has to deal with the burden. And a lot of people already know that. Obviously, I was a company driver for years. But I mean, that's kind of where we're at. I'm getting a little boring now. I'm going to go pre-trip the truck, get her ready to go, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, what's up, guys? We got kind of, well, geez, I guess they just made that harder for me. So we got kind of a tricky dock here. The guy that drives for the actual company just pulled up and got right in my way. All right, we got it figured out. We got it figured out. So, yeah, we got kind of a small dock here. But first trip is about to be done. I need to get myself moved over. This lot is very small. Very small. So, figure out how to make ourselves fit here. I was good until this other truck pulled in, and now I'm not really sure how I'm gonna make this work, but we'll figure it out. We ain't got a ton of space here, but I know what door I'm going to. But yeah, first trip about to be in the books here. Just trying to readjust ourselves a little bit. Oh, let's see where it needs to go. See. We just don't have a lot of room. Small lot. What's that? Oh yeah, they gave me a door. Which store are you going to? Okay, maybe you think I could get out of your way and let you do that? Okay. Let me see if I can get it from here. Thank you. I think we'll be all right. So I know we all kind of annoy each other out here, us truckers. But a little communication goes a long ways, you know. So we got to watch the fence on this side. He didn't know, he thought I was waiting for a door. That's why he pulled in. I think we're going to be all right here. I think we're going to be just fine. Oops. I'm getting, the one thing I don't like about the Volvo right now so far is all the buttons on the steering wheel. You just start smashing buttons up. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be all right. Small dock, tight dock, but we got it. We got it. Yeah, we got her. We got her. So I'm gonna talk to you guys in a bit about that lease I was just in. You guys will never see this coming. Are you all ready to gasp? Are you all ready to hear some news you never thought you would hear? Well, I'm gonna tell you. They are trying to add on a bunch of charges and fees and everything for that lease. And we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes, but kind of wanted to show you the maiden voyage. We're just about done with her. We're just about done with her. And couldn't be more excited. So I do need to look at that next load and see where it's going. See where it's going. I think Georgia still. But anyways, there you go, guys. I'll get with you soon. All right, guys, what's up? I need to get this video cranked out. I only did a few things today. This morning, then we dropped off the first load, right? And then we got the second load picked up, but another new driver somehow picked up my trailer, my load. So it was gone, and it was this whole thing with dispatch. They were trying to figure it out. But there was another load going to the same place. So got it. We got it. So that's all sorted out. But hey, first load's in the books, baby. And I deadheaded 200 miles today, and I got paid for it. How about that? How about it? I don't really know what I was thinking. The more I think about it, you know, when I like to be honest with you guys, I don't say anything I say because I'm like trying to, like, you know, rub it in people's faces or be a dick or anything like that. When I had the bigger YouTube channel, I was able to take those bigger risks and be a little more careless, because if something wasn't going right with trucking, then YouTube would always pick me up, right? That's clearly not the case anymore. So whatever was going through my head, where I said, I'm going to get back on the road and I'm going to jump into a lease with no safety net whatsoever, well, sometimes I do dumb things. So that's the way she goes. But hey, you know what? We're on the road. Decent company. I like them a lot. I say that everywhere I go. I've worked here actually 2 times before this. I've worked for this is my 3rd time at this company. So hey, they called me and asked me to come back. So I guess I must be doing something right. Right? They called me after a couple years. It looks like 2018 was the last time I worked here. So anyways, hey, we're getting it done. We're doing our best, you know, and that's just how it's going to work out. So I have something to tell you guys, and I'm going to need you to sit down. Make sure you're sitting, because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. It's going to knock your socks off, as they say. So if you're a truck driver, you need to pull the vehicle over. You need to sit back. You need to relax. You ready for it? A Chicago-based carrier that was offering lease purchases at 80/20 stole my money. Huh? Is anyone else blown the fuck away right now? Let me say that again. A Chicago-based carrier that was doing 80%, 20%, and offering lease purchases found a way to steal my money. Is anyone's mind blown yet? I was not expecting to get any money this morning, okay? And I was never going to mention it. I was never going to mention it because today would be payday from them. All I did was take their truck back to the yard from Colorado because they couldn't find a load. But I wanted to do the right thing and return their truck, mainly because I don't want them to put it on a DAC report later and no one hires me. So I had to make that sacrifice and do it right. I was not expecting any money today, and I was never ever going to say a word about it until they really showed me who they were today. Until they really showed me who they were. I paid $2,500 into their escrow fund, right? And I paid, even after the overpriced, you guys remember the $1,000 PM they charged me for in their own shop? Even after that, I still had built up around $4,000 in the maintenance fund. So we're talking $6,500, right? Now I understand these things take a while to return. It's not a big deal. Hey, I'm just going to have to let them do what they do, right? So I woke up today to no money. But that's okay, because I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. And thank you to the people who have thrown me a few cash apps. I promise I'm not begging for money. It is a hard time. It is a tough time right now. But I'm here. I'm getting paid company driver stuff again. So it's all going to work out in the end. It will be fine. But I wasn't mad, guys, until a thing happened. They sent me a settlement for the week, right? Now, any truck driver knows you see a weekly settlement regardless. For anybody that's never dabbled in owner-operator and lease purchase operator, things like that, your settlement's going to include a lot of deductions, your fixed cost, your fuel cost, all those things, right? and you go through those things, and you look, you make sure everything's okay, and you move on with your life. Check this out, guys. They charged me for 6 weeks of truck payments. I've been paying my truck payment. Every week that truck payment comes out of my settlement. But on my last settlement, they charged me 6 weeks of truck payments. They charged me 3 weeks of trailer rent. They charged me 4 weeks on IFTA and 4 weeks on my IRP. Basically what they were doing was double dipping over and over and over on all the fixed costs. And they charged me the fuel to bring the truck back to them so I didn't leave it sitting in Colorado after they had already made the switch to me being company driver. Well, I didn't expect all that, but maybe I should have. You know what? My wife always tells me this. She says, Josh, you're way too trusting of people. And I am. I trust people to a fault. I believe that there's good in people. And one day it's going to get me killed. I'm predicting it right now. Somebody's going to say, dude, I watch your videos. We should hang out sometime. And they're going to murder me because I think that people are good people. I have a hard time with the idea that there's bad people out there. It doesn't register in my little tiny brain that there's bad people out there. I grew up in the country, and like, people weren't bad people, or you just didn't get away with shit because everybody knew it was you, you know? So I don't know which one it is. But that's a fault of mine, is I trust everyone, even business owners, which is a really dumb idea. And I always believe that people are going to do the right thing. Why I believe that and continue to get screwed, I'll never get. But at the same time, I kind of never want to let go of that. If I end up murdered because I trusted someone too much, then I guess that's just the way it goes, right? That's just the way it goes. I don't want to lose my trust in people, right? I want to be naive and innocent, and like, I don't want to lose my trust in people because, well, it turns out they're everywhere. People are everywhere. And if you're walking around paranoid and scared of life all the time, well, that doesn't sound like fun at all. But no, my wife's always telling me, she's like, you got to knock this shit off with trusting people. The owner of that company was such a nice guy. Like, I take care of my drivers. You don't have to worry about nothing. We're going to make sure, you know, we're doing our best to keep you going. And I never blame them for the spot market going to hell. I never blame them. I couldn't because they were so professional and friendly, and that's how con artists exist, because people like me exist. Right? And what bothers me about this, because I never expected to see any of that money anyways, right? What bothers me is they went and they made sure that they added up enough charges so that all the money I had in the maintenance fund and all the money I had in the escrow fund would be accounted for, so they could say, yep, that's where your money went, right? And I'm still about 800 short of what they say. They're not getting that. They're out of their goddamn mind if they think they'd be best off to just leave it alone. Because that is one thing where I will fight. When you start coming after my money. And the way I mean that is, this is a company that has company drivers and puts them on a 1099 in Illinois. I don't know about that, bro. You might be real careful with that. And I could be wrong. I'm not any kind of legal scholar. But maybe the Labor Department wouldn't mind having a look. You know, maybe they wouldn't mind having a look. This is clearly a company that racks up a bunch of false charges to make sure that you don't get back your money that you've paid into them. And I get it. There's going to be I told you so's in the comments. I get it. And I deserve it. I do. I'm not going to want to hear it. Not even a little bit. I'm not even going to want to listen to it. But that's where I got mad. I expected to never see any money from them at all. But the fact that they went through the effort of documenting where it went, so that if I ever go, hey, where did my money go? They can go, you spent it all. What are you talking about? We documented it. You spent it all. You'll never see that money that you spent. And what am I supposed to do with the like, what am I supposed to do, right? Like, I just paid in advance 6 weeks of truck rentals. Can I put someone in it? I mean, can I have somebody go drive it for those 6 weeks? Come on, man. Like, that's the part that makes me mad. That's the part that makes me mad. When a guy trusts you, and I feel like I did everything I could to keep their trust by returning their truck to them, by cleaning the truck, right? By making sure I blew the trailer out. Like, the trailer's ready for the next guy. You don't even have to go get this washed out or nothing. It's ready to go. I left a pair of load locks in there that I bought. Not that I wanted to figure out how to get them on a fucking Greyhound anyways, but I bought one of the sets of load locks. I left them there. I'm like, oh yeah, well, at least they'll have them for the next guy that works here, right? I understand this stuff is just business, but when you start like writing down charges like that, it starts to feel real personal. It starts to feel real personal, you know? Like, you made sure that you could take every dime I saved with you guys. You made sure you could. And goddamn, don't you have any sympathy for people at all? Any at all? Right? I expressed to them that I didn't blame them at all, but they can't help how the spot market is. But because the spot market's bad, I can't continue to work there because they had no contracted freight at all. It was all spot market. And I was telling them I have to do this because it's to take care of my family. If this wasn't about money, I would stay. But that's why we're all out here, right? We all want to make some money, right? If it wasn't about money, there was nothing wrong with that. Well, there was nothing wrong with that company. Now there's a lot wrong with that company. And I don't get in the habit of calling out companies and putting their name out there and stuff like that. But that would be a tool that I would have at my disposal if they ever wanted to push the issue with, we're going to come collect that money you still owe us. I would never lie about them. Not here on YouTube, no. But I would put out that statement that shows 6 truck payments on it. And I'd show every other statement before that that shows a truck payment every week. Before that, bet I would. You bet I would. So I guess that's it, guys. Frustration. You know, I never expected to see the money. I was never going to count on the money. But the way the slimy little shits went out of their way to document my usage of the money so that they would never ever have to pay it is one of the scummiest things I've ever seen in this business. It is. And when I went and turned that truck in, their yard was full of trucks that were turned in. There wasn't a driver in them. I've never seen that yard like that. And I don't wish bad on a lot of people, but with the market the way it is in trucking right now, we need to see companies washed out. We need to see them go out of business, and that needs to be one of them. Because if that's how you're going to treat drivers, come in and work for you, communicate with you, and just say, hey, you know what, it's just not working. That's how you're going to treat them. Keep my $6,000, okay? Sounds like you need it more than I do. Sounds like you need it more than I do. So keep it. See, I'm a little mad. I'm kind of fired up. That's a company that's going out of business. And I won't cry. I won't. Not even a little bit. We need companies like that to go under. That's what we need. In this poor market right here, people that are taking from the drivers, they don't deserve to stay in business. I hope they lose everything. I hope they do. I hope my $6,000 pays your bills, owner, for a month or so. Keeps you afloat for another month. I hope. So, anyways, I think I have every right in the world to be mad. You're going to take it that way? Come on now. Well, today's my birthday, for anyone still listening. I intentionally didn't do that towards the beginning, because not everybody's still watching. So to everybody that added me on Snapchat over the years that we've been doing this. I got a lot of birthday wishes, and I wanted to say thank you for that. I appreciate it very much. A longtime viewer who I don't think is on my Snapchat and may not have even been aware that today is my birthday, randomly sent me like $50 on Snapchat, and I'm going to use that to eat a good meal tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. Appreciate you, everyone that reached out and said happy birthday to me. I don't try to make it a thing, but it does show on Snapchat, and so a lot of people did reach out. So appreciate you guys. I'm just getting older, I started the day actually by nearly shitting myself. I'm like, well, life comes at you fast, doesn't it? Yesterday I'm a young man, today I'm waking up about to shit all over myself. So yeah, just on my birthday. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Anyways, I'm going to get this video put together, guys. Get it uploaded. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Don't worry. We'll be back.